Hello, welcome back to the Cutting Room Floor, the show where your favorite creator, me hopefully, sits down and talks about some fantastic projects. Today's topic, we are talking about a series a little bit back, not too far. It's a mini-series, 4 parts, so you guessed it. We're talking about Silent Trees, starring just Abby and I. I am super pumped about this. If you have not seen Silent Trees, check out the link in the description. Watch the 4-episode mini-series. It doesn't take long to watch. I would recommend it. They're fantastic. And then come on back and we can talk about it. But if you have seen it, let's get right into it. That's a crazy thing to say. Next time, don't wake me. Silent Trees. So, this is a fun one. It's a really good time. So this is around the time that I was meaning to be making the movie series, which we talked about a couple weeks ago. And so the movie series was meant to, and I kind of have the pictures, go until about September, October. And in reality, it didn't make it that far. It died out around this time. And I was in a really unique position. For the longest time, if you guys haven't seen it, check out the video that's linked also in the description, the I Quit video. But for the longest time, I was a lifeguard. And around this time in Calgary, there was a major water main break, which meant that there was a water shortage, which meant that I was off work temporarily because they couldn't run the pools properly with the water shortages. So I had a lot of free time on my hands. And the solution that Abby and I came up with was to get out of town. 1, go somewhere that actually has water, but 2, just get away for a couple of days. Take advantage of the fact that we have no work, no school, no responsibilities. We can just go exist. And that's pretty much what we did. We decided on I think 4 or 5 day trip up to my cabin trailer place, which you guys have seen in videos, and I think I've talked about on this. But we decided just to go out for a couple of days. And this was not a fully fleshed out series when it started. And I know that Silent Trees is actually loved by quite a few people, me included. It is one of my favorite series, fun fact. And going back and watching it, I really like it. Like, I was hooked. But anyways, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. And so the idea was, we're going away for 5 days. We're going to go to the pool. We're going to go to the beach. We're going to hang out and have fun. But why not also make a little video? And so originally it was just going to be like a vlog. Just us vlogging our time there. And that's when I was like, kind of like, oh, but wait a minute. What if we went and did something with it? And so I came up with this very basic idea. Very basic. While there, something happens and Abby starts acting weird. And it's just the 2 of us, because of when there wasn't a lot of people up there. It wasn't like when it was like full open season people being there. So it was gonna be quiet. Once we could film a lot, and it was very much like the isolated of like Liam and Abby are there, but Liam's like stuck with Abby as something is very clearly wrong with her and getting worse. And he doesn't know what to do. And kind of go with that idea, which was super exciting for me. Super exciting. Abby was pretty excited about it. Abby hasn't watched it in forever, but it was a really exciting time, and it was really cool to like get to go do it. Like, she was in the movie series, but she wasn't the main. Like, she'd been in videos up to this point. You know, there was like the vlogs that she would be in. She would help out with videos, and you know, we'd done like videos and like vlogs and stuff, but we hadn't actually, like, at this time I wasn't doing narrative content like this. It was mostly just like vlogs, or like we did like drunk baking. And that was the other thing, is like, I also hadn't uploaded in a long time. So it was a thing of like, we're jumping back into uploads and like making videos. So Abby really hadn't been around the video time, the video Liam. And so we done Hesitant Hero Folly of Fate. That had just happened like a couple of weeks prior. And so it was like, let's take advantage of the fact that we're going up and let's try something. We did the movie series, and again, she wasn't like a main player in that. And so this was like her time to shine. I was like, this is like gonna be like kind of low-key your premiere on the channel as like the character. And so we went up and we filmed like the first video, and it's definitely clear that like the first video was filmed and then I fleshed out the rest of it, because the first video kind of tried to set some stuff up that the rest of them didn't, because I changed things. But Silent Trees was fun. It is one of my favorites. Inspiration wise, like I had gotten really, and I still am into like the camping videos. Like it's like I watch camping in the scary places, or like camping gone like wrong. Like, I know it's like, oh, like, ugh, like stupid, but it's like it's those things of like in the woods. There's so much that we don't know, and there's so much that like you just wouldn't be expecting. So going in, it was very much that idea, like, you know, like think about Blair Witch. They go in for one purpose, find something they didn't know what was there, and things spiral from there. That was my situation. That was what I was going for, was we go to camp, something happens to Abby, and things just get worse the longer we're there. And that's Silent Trees. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. And like the sky, like that's such a good shot. She does that all the time. I'm not laughing with him. I'm laughing with him. Okay. So filming Silent Trees. So like I said, the first day I had the rough idea of we're going to go up and film a mini series. And the original intention was this was actually going to be a movie. And so I was like, hey, I'm going to release it as like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. And that's the whole thing. But doing that intro the first day, I was just like, okay, like we'll see how much content ends up being in there and how that works in the end. And so then I sat down and we filmed a bunch of stuff, tried to set some stuff up, and then evening, we finished filming episode 1. The first video for the first Silent Trees is done. And so I'm sitting there and I'm actually like getting into writing it, like really formulating from how it is and how I'm feeling, and like being there. Now I'm like not just going off of memory. I'm actually thinking like, okay, what is the situation? What can we do? Where can we go to film? What shots would look good? What shots would look bad? And so I don't know where this is. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna show a photo of it. But I came up with my incredible, and it was because of the Call Tomorrow movie, shot schedule. And so I remember it was like morning, noon, evening, night. And then I would do day 1, and I'd put when I need to film stuff each day. And so at that point, that was when it became the 4 episodes, because we were there for 4 days. So each day would be its own episode that we'd film, in theory. And that is mostly what happened. I think we had to change one thing a little bit, but it wasn't that bad. And it was also meant to come out in that order of like 4 days, like once a day. It was like a daily upload kind of thing. So we get to film the first night, having a good time. And then second day, we're there. I'm like, hey, Abby, like, now I need you to start playing it up, because I'm not the one that gets possessed and everything. You, like, if you're still okay with it, you are. And she's like, yeah, like that's what I want to do. So I'm like, okay, in this video, you need to start laying the foundation for this. Like, here's what I'm looking for and what I have written. So I'm like, you hear noises, like you get unsettled, like you're feeling a little off, like all this stuff. And luckily she was sick, and I felt really bad. But she still wanted to make the videos and do it, which I really appreciated. And so we'd sit there and we were doing that. That was the plan. And having a great time. Having a blast, honestly. And so day 2 comes by, and like not a lot happens in the first 2 days. The end of day 2 is when we start picking up stuff. You know, my favorite scenes of all 4 were the ones at night. For one, just because I feel like those moved the story forward the most and like had the most action, but also those like the shots were just so like, we set stuff purposely, like we would light something, like I would put a light out, but looking back I'm like some of the lighting is so like awesome, and the colors, like it's so visually pleasing. And yeah, like it's a couple of those, it's like I'm thinking it's episode 2, turn around and I'm looking back and Abby's in the doorway and it's like blue sky purple inside and she's just kind of silhouette, and I just thought that was really like, that's such a good shot. It's such a good shot, I made it the thumbnail. But so day 1 and day 2, they're setting the foundation, they're getting things together. Day 3, Abby's acting weird, she's being all funky, and now this is where it's like, oh, she's got something wrong, got something going on. So we're sitting there, we're figuring that out. And the nice thing about this also was, as the series went on, we had to film less and less. It's like day 1, we'd have to film quite a bit. Day 2, decent amount still. Day 3, we're picking and choosing because I'm not trying to like get too many extra shots and have them be like, have scenes be, and have this be too long and be like, Abby's acting possessed here. 10 minutes later, she's gonna act possessed again, but in that time, she's acting normal. Because I think that takes away from it. So it's like she acts possessed, a little funky, acts possessed, a little funky, possessed, like that. And then we get to the night scene, and that's like a go catch her because she's walking. And that was a cool one, and she hated that one because there were no lights in that grass place that we were. Like the little tree, like archway type thing that I go and like find her and stop her. There are no lights. It was very dark, so I did a walk with her on, I think, day 1 or day 2 to there. So like, this is what I'm thinking. Just to kind of take a look, like, well, yeah, like we can adjust things a little bit, because originally it was gonna be she was gonna walk out there in the dark, and that was gonna be part of my thing was like, you didn't bring a light, you didn't bring anything. And then we thought about not having to take a key card because you needed one to get out that gate, and I was like, yeah, but I feel like that's weird, and like that's gonna be a how did she get out there type thing. And so the idea of it was, yeah, she goes out, I go looking for her, and that's how it goes. And the thing I really enjoyed was the different shots of like when the different times that Abby would have the camera and then she'd be like acting weird, and so just sit and be like a long static shot of like me when I'm putting stuff away, and like I grab it, I stand back, and she just stand there like, or like when she brings it and puts it on the table and I'm in the bathroom. Those are like the shots that I'm like, I really appreciate the effort I put in back then. And I know this just seems like it's just me going like, oh, Liam, you're so good. Liam, you're such a good filmmaker, blah, 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 blah. But like, genuinely, this is just the stuff I liked, and this is what the show is me sitting and be like, wow, it's cool. And I haven't watched this back, really. And I say this to a lot of my stuff. I think I should watch my stuff more, because some of it's really good, and she's like really good in this. And then we get to episode 4, which is my favorite. 3 and 4, they battle for top. But 4, I think, just because of the end, the shots and all the work that goes into it, because it's the huge Abby's acting really weird, and then Abby's gone. Doors open, gates open. Oh my God, she's gone. I go running after her. I find her and she attacks. And this was really cool because it was like attack, and I made sure that the camera went so that I could cut there. And so I cut, I'm like, okay, go. She goes back to the trailer. And this is the secret that you probably figured out, but I get up and she's gone. And that's why I cut that part. I go back, and as I'm getting there, I'm like, oh my gosh, like there's someone inside the trailer, Abby. And then they're like, and looking, like remembering it, I thought it was way less convincing, but, and maybe it is for you, but for me, I felt like looking back, the little like, oh, what the frick? Like when I turned the camera away from the trailer, I thought that looked better than I remembered it did. And then boom, person's gone. And then I go to turn the camera around, and it was so dark. And this was the one part that killed me, because the whole point of that last shot was I turn the camera on myself, and Happy's right there, and that's when she attacks me, and I go down, turn the camera around, it's all dark, but you still hear the attack, and I think that actually works pretty good in not having to do special effects or makeup or anything on her. And that's Silent Trees. It honestly is one of my favorite series. Like, looking back, I'm like, when I look at the Cult of Mara, there's 105 episodes that I would put in that series. Silent Trees is 4. I love the Cult of Mara. I have certain episodes that I enjoy rewatching. I don't love to rewatch every episode in it, because looking back, there was definitely some episodes I would have cut and like done differently. But Silent Trees, I think, was perfect at capturing what I wanted to. Like, it was perfect at doing what I was wanting to do with it. So I'm very happy with it. And I do love Silent Trees. And if you made it this far, I do really, if you have not seen it, or if you haven't seen it in a very long time, go check it out, because I do genuinely think it is one of my best works. It has like good taste. It really looks in once you get to like the end of the second episode. Because it will set it up and then just go in. Look at how good this was. I have to say the lighting is really good in this series. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching the 13th episode of The Cutting Room Floor. It feels good to be really into the swing of things in the new place, swing of things of filming these. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying making them, because I'm having a blast and I'm loving this. I love sitting here and talking about my old stuff, because I also love this gives me a reason to go back and watch my older content, which I don't really watch my old content. And sometimes it's a hit or a miss. The Patreon episode this past week was my 2020 skits, so go check that out. And subscribe to the I'm going to one shout out to Patreon, okay, down below, link. Check it out. Cutting Room Floor supporter, and you get access to all the exclusive, as well as 2-day early. Sorry, let me get Cutting Room Floor supporter. You get extra exclusive episodes on Tuesdays, as well as 2-day early access. Okay, Patrons, hello. I am so sorry. This is a little cut in. If you might already know what this is about. You were supposed to get 2-day early access to this. I did not realize until just now that there was an issue with the original upload to Patreon. So it wasn't out 11 a.m. Thursday. I'm hoping to get it out by 6 p.m. Friday night. I just realized that there was an issue. I didn't get like a upload failed notification or anything. So I do apologize. I'm really sorry about that. As you know, it should be every Thursdays you get 2-day early access. Next week you will get 2-day early access as well. You'll also get exclusive episode on Tuesday. So come back and check that out. Thank you all so much. It does mean the world to me that you're a Patreon supporter and that you're here. I do really, really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Back to the show. Subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a like down below. Let me know if you've seen Let me know if you've seen Silent Trees. Of the 4 episodes, which one's your favorite? And sub question: would you want to see a continuation? Anyways, thanks so much. Patreon's gonna be coming up and down right over here. I appreciate you watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in another episode very soon. If you haven't checked it out, there's going to be a video right here. That's my cooking show that I just started, the cooking show with no name. Check that out. We made breakfast burritos. And now that the Patreons are done, if you go click right there, that is the I Quit video. Love you all, and I'll see you guys very soon.